give you some advice. You can't care about anyone else. Everyone else is an obstacle. You care what an obstacle wants or feels, you're dead. If I'd cared about anyone or thing, I might have died. You have the talent. Whether you have the killer instinct is the big question.
She thought she owned everyone.
It's foolish. Unhinged. Well, you're fired. Why are you speaking?
I think you've nicked me. But there's something about poetic justice that's just so poetic.
You won't admit you love me, and so how
Do you ever lie?
to know? You always tell me.
Get her.
This doesn't have to be a scene.
It really, really does. I'd like to remind you all that I'm doing this in heels.
What was your name?
Cruella.
If you can't make your mind up, we'll never get started.
I want to make trouble. You in?
I do love trouble.
You have a bit of an extreme side. Yes, darling. And what fun that is.
She stole my dogs.
I guess you must hate her.
She has made it me or her. And I choose me.
Don't worry. There's lots more bad things coming.
Perhaps.
Assalamualaikum and good day to our dearest lecturer, Madam Nabila Izzati. Today, I, Farzana Nakia, along with my friend Nurul Aisha Hanafia, would like to share with you an extremely wonderful film we have watched that gives us various life lessons, especially on the aspects of communication, which is called Cruella. But before that, let's get into the synopsis of it, shall we? Now, Cruella is an American live-action crime comedy film that tells the story of a young Cruella de Vil, the villain from 101 Dalmatians, known at first as Estella, living in London in the 1970s and aspires to make her mark on the fashion industry against the backdrop of the punk rock movement. Befriending a pair of thieves named Jasper and Horace, who share her predilection for mischief, the trio establish a life as thieves and pickpockets to make ends meet, while Estella continues making designs for extravagant clothing for themselves in London, until one night, an inebriated Estella fixes one of the Liberty fashion store's window displays she worked at, which then attracts the eye of the fashion legend Baroness von Hellman in the next morning, and luckily hires Estella to join her elite team of garment designers. Estella's relationship with the Baroness leads her down a dark path of embracing her cool and wicked side and transforming her into the revenge-bent Cruella, especially when she sees her necklace being worn by the Baroness and claims that it was stolen from her. Hence, Estella sought the help of Jasper and Horace to steal the necklace. As the story unfolds, Estella eventually finds that the Baroness' past is linked to her late mother's death. Enraged at having been led astray, Estella makes peace with the truth by announcing her intention to avenge Catherine, her now late foster mother, by defeating the Baroness and finally adopting the name of Cruella de Vil.
Sir, I just wanted to say I really am a dab hand with the needles for alterations can use anything.
Why are you talking and not cleaning? Did you do all the bathrooms according to the regulations I gave you? Soap, water, mop, bleach, polish.
I did.
In that order?
Yes. The alterations, you wouldn't regret it.
We can see in this clip that Mr. Liberty, the employer, did not allow Estella, his employee, an opportunity to speak because she merely works as a janitor, which is to him a low-level position. Instead, he just shut the door in her face. This analyzes Mr. Liberty has a very poor work ethic in terms of respecting his employee, Estella. According to communication theories, it is extremely disrespectful since shutting the door in someone's face is just impolite because regardless of your position, you must guarantee that all of your actions are fair and equitable, especially if you are in a position of leadership. And as a result of Mr. Liberty's rude behavior towards Estella, he will earn the same respect he gave. Therefore, it is ideal for employers to say no in more appropriate ways, such as listening to the employee before rejecting completely, as every employee deserves to be treated with respect and decency, regardless of who they are or what position they hold.
It's foolish. Unhinged. Well, you're fired. Pasty, pasty, pasty.
From the second excerpt we watched just now, the employer, which is in this case the Baroness, was walking through all of her staff's garment works, which did not come to her liking until she fired one of them instantly. Eventually, the Baroness reveals her unethical behavior when she unfairly dismissed her employee at work. Referring to the theories learned, this kind of abusive behavior is unethical by means of how the leader uses his or her power to mistreat others. Through the Baroness' action will cause worthlessness for the staff due to the process of involuntarily forced to leave the work, thus leading to failure personified. That being case, an ethical employer should be accountability for their staff or colleagues for reasons that are not for self-interest but for the well-being of all parties involved.
Here's to me. Who the hell else would I drink to?
To me? For creating your signature piece?
You're helpful to me is all. As soon as you're not, you're dust.
Inspiring dog. Thank you.
Next, through this 25-second excerpt, it depicts of how the Baroness gave herself a toast instead of Estella, the one who created her signature piece, to which then she claimed that Estella was only helping her other than just being a dust. Through this, the Baroness uncovered a narcissistic personality of a leader in the workplace. As we look into the communication theories, too much of self-praise is unethical behavior to make, as tooting your own horn is not comfortable for most people, especially when it is for the work you did not do. This will be the effect for Estella of being undervalued at work, hence resulting in the feeling of unappreciated by her boss, the Baroness. Now, rewarding and acknowledging employees is an excellent way to keep the gratitude momentum going. Also, it encourages them to keep up the excellent job. Therefore, it is the employer's obligation to fuel their spirits and make them feel valued.
How would you have done it? I think you're something.
In this video, Baroness was getting ready for her meeting and asked Stella to add a pencil tip bodice to her sketch. After Baroness did the result, she asked how Stella will make the outfit look better, and when Stella did, she indirectly complimented Stella. Baroness showed a good quality that a leader should have, which is compliment the employees when they did something great. Baroness compliments Stella for her ideas to make the sketch look better, even though it was an indirect compliment. Communication theorists believe that expressing praise and gratitude is particularly important for keeping up the morale. Gratitude makes people feel valued, and positive feedback has been shown to mitigate the negative effect of stress on employees' performance. After receiving compliment, Stella's self-confidence improved as she is motivated to strive for continued improvement. Baroness did compliment Stella's work, but she did it indirectly. It would be much better if she expressed more her compliments towards her workers. Baroness should appreciate her employees more and do it directly by using nice words such as "you always find a way to get it done and done well," instead of compliment her employees like she did to Stella.
girl. Get me lunch. Soy salmon, lemon zest risotto, cucumber sliced into 2-inch diagonals at 1/8 of an inch width, sprinkled with 7 leaves of parsley, shredded, not torn.
Right.
As the department store.
This clip showed Baroness asked Stella to prepare her lunch, and her request for the menu was detailed and long. However, Stella was able to perfectly prepare Baroness' lunch. In this video, Stella proved that she was a competent and efficient worker that managed to get Baroness' order correctly without needing Baroness to repeat her request again to Stella. Relating to the theories that have been learned, efficiency in the workplace means when employees carry out the correct task in the right way with the least waste of time and effort. Baroness was satisfied with Stella's work performance, and she believed in everything Stella did, and this made Stella happy because she got Baroness' approval and praises. Baroness believed that Stella was the only competent worker that she had to compare with other workers, but if Baroness treated and trained her employees right, it could help boost her employees' efficiency.
Irritates me, and I always trust my instincts.
I thought maybe if you tighten the silhouette.
Oh, you thought, did you?
I think it's better.
Actually, it is.
In this last clip, Baroness and Stella were discussing Baroness' upcoming fashion show. Stella tried to give her opinion to Baroness about the dresses, and Baroness agreed with her. To analyze this incident, Stella was making a change in her sketch and showed it to Baroness. At first, Baroness was cynical, but in the end she agreed that Stella's ideas were good. Baroness as employer listened to her employees' opinion. In communication theories, listening to employee opinions encourages team members to be open and honest while empowering them to find solutions to problems on their own. When employees communicate with high-ranking colleagues, they transform into better team members. The effect from this incident, Stella will be able to express more of her ideas when she knows that Baroness, her employer, actually listened to her. This will also create a productive and pleasant work environment full of diverse ideas that are respected. Baroness portrayed a good leader when she actually listened to Stella. Baroness should listen more to her employees without talking down to them when she did not like their ideas. To recapitulate, Cruella is an amazing movie as it pictures an epic journey filled with anxiety, fun, and adventures, specifically on the behavior in the workplace, either it is good or bad. All these video ads that we shared just now highlight the importance of complimenting employees, changing opinions with others, and being an efficient worker in the workplace. All of these aspects of communication we can infer not only affect our relationship with others, but also teach us how to communicate successfully. Ultimately, maintaining a strong ethical culture within the organization is the key in building trust among the workforce. And that brings us to the end. We thank you for your time and attention today.